Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Oh, the Illblurmatic. Welcome back to Illblurmatic. Today's new video is going to be something a little different. I guess I give you guys something that maybe catch people's attention. But let's get right into it. My very first early Christmas memory. I guess you could say this is a Vlogmas, guys. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't really doing anything Vlogmas like, but this is the video on how I got into gaming. So this Christmas starts off like literally, this is like probably, I was about maybe 6, 7 years old. And I remember this Christmas because this is how I actually kind of like got into like gaming. Let me just tell you this. I remember like literally getting my game consoles. I remember like literally open up some of my gifts, and some of my gifts were clothing. Some of my gifts were things that I was just like, wow, like, and literally one of the presents I opened up was a Super Nintendo because that was like one of my very first like game consoles. The other, gift was a Game Boy. So, the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy were like my very first gaming consoles that I got. The games that I got with it was Mortal Kombat 3. I remember that because I remember playing the game. And just the excitement, like literally me just getting into games like I had Lion King, Mortal Kombat, and I think it was like maybe one other game. I can't remember if it was or not, for the Super Nintendo. And like literally just seeing the system, putting it together, back then, you blowing out cartridges just to get the games to play. And it was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, game consoles was something that were kind of like Christmas gifts, and literally, like when I played Mortal Kombat, that was my game. Like Liu Kang, hands down, that was like the thing for me. Like learning how to do that bicycle kick and learning how to play with Scorpion and all these other characters. And it was just a fun game. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it was kind of gory, but it was just like, man, this game, like I was hooked. I was hooked. That was like something that I was like, yo, like the Lion King game, I ain't gonna lie, it was a good game. I just wasn't as good as it as I thought I was. Like my cousins came over and they were better at it than I was with the whole like Lion King game. Like Lion King is one of my favorite movies, I ain't gonna lie, but the game just wasn't clicking for me. The other system was a Nintendo system, was the Game Boy, and that came with the Kirby game and the Superman game, and I want to think at the time was Pokemon 2, like one of the Pokemon games. I forgot which version. And like I said, I started off as literally like learning how to game, you know what I'm saying? I started to go places to get the games and stuff, cartridges and all that stuff. But it was memorable because literally that will register with me. I remember throughout Christmases, that was kind of the thing for me. I would end up getting a game console, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember not next Christmas, but a few Christmases down the line, Nintendo consoles were the thing for me, you know what I'm saying? I started off like buying Nintendo consoles, starting off getting Nintendo consoles as a Christmas gift. I end up, you know what I'm saying, I got like an N64, like some Christmases after, then the GameCube. So I just was like, Nintendo was kind of like the very first game console that I really got into. Then eventually I got into like Microsoft. I had like Xbox, the Xbox 360, PlayStation I eventually got into, but that wasn't like the console I got during the holiday. It was more so Nintendo or Microsoft, you know what I'm saying? So that was the thing. But gaming, like it's been fun. That's one thing. Over time, gaming has gotten better, you know what I'm saying? The graphics, the characters, the stories. And that's just something that I've always like been enthralled about, like gaming, like just how they come up with the characters and everything. And literally just knowing that, like, each year they're going to come out with like the next best thing for a system, or a couple years, usually game systems will take like maybe 4 to 3 years. They come out with a new system. But it started off with the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy, you know what I'm saying? I eventually get like a Game Boy Color and all that stuff. But like I said, it was definitely a great experience, you know what I'm saying? Like gaming, it's like it's like one of those things, like if you stressed out, like literally you can go to like gaming, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I had like my favorite games. I was like, you know, with Nintendo, I was a Mario person too. I forgot to mention Super Mario World was the other game that I had. Where you play with Mario with Luigi, that was a fun game. That was the other game I was really good at. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, over time, you know what I'm saying, you start to have like your favorite games, favorite gaming companies, you know what I'm saying? Like over time, you start to get like, you know, your taste in gaming, you know what I'm saying? Like you may be you may be into Capcom, you know, you may be into whatever gaming company that they have under their umbrella for their gaming. And like I said, Nintendo definitely was one of my favorite consoles, and I just like how innovative Nintendo really is. I think that's something that I truly appreciate about Nintendo. Like Nintendo, they may not be no Sony, they may not be no Microsoft when it comes to like Xbox, but they're very innovative. They have stuff for all audiences that's really cool about Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like Microsoft and Sony, they don't quite have that, you know what I'm saying? But gaming became like a thing for me, you know, even during the holidays, during Christmas. I remember when I had my GameCube and also my N64, I would play games on that. Me and the cousins would come by, you know, cousins would come over to the house and we would play Smash Brothers. So like, you know what I'm saying, and go against each other. And it's been something about gaming that you know, that sticks with me, you know, with my actual Christmas memory, because like I said, over the years, you know, I got into gaming, you know what I'm saying? Every holiday pretty much was like, most cases, I'm going against cousins, you know, and fighting games. It'd be Mortal Kombat, Smash Brothers, you know what I'm saying? What's the other game? I was gonna say Mario Kart and all that stuff. So like, you know, that's one thing that led to another, you know what I'm saying? Me just getting into one console, then eventually branching off into Microsoft, because that was one of the other Christmas consoles I got too. You know what I'm saying, when it first came out, that very first Xbox, not the big clunky one with the big clunky controllers. I know y'all know what I'm talking about with the big clunky controllers. But it was fun, you know what I'm saying? They had games too, that I really enjoyed on that console as well. But definitely, man, gaming, came into my life at an early age. That's why I like to, you know what I'm saying? I'll, you know, whether it's an arcade or I'm at GameStop, wherever it is, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind gaming. You know, like I said, it's definitely fun. It's a stress reliever. And just like learning just like the different characters, the stories. And you be anticipating about sequels too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when a game console comes out and the sequel don't come out for that particular game console, you're like, oh yeah, the sequel should come out this time of year and stuff like that. But this is my story time on how I got into gaming. And I would like to know, for all my people that got Christmas gifts, as a game console, what was your very first game console if you got one on Christmas Day? And like, did you eventually branch off like I did, where I started off, you know, getting Nintendo game consoles and switching over to Sony or Microsoft? And what are some of y'all favorite games that came with your system? I know for me, Super Mario, that was one of the games I really got into. Lion King, I was good at, but I wasn't as good as I thought I was, because my cousin was further ahead in the game than I was. But Mortal Kombat, that definitely hands down, that was my very first favorite fighting game. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting. Until next time, guys, have a great Sunday. I am out.
Next time, oh yeah, it'll blur